I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, Israel. I am Officer Ayash Allah at I.S.U.P.K. in Oregon, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. The I.S.U.P.K. has been telling the truth to the to the world that the so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Indian men are the 12 tribes that the Bible speaks of that are God's chosen people. We have classes 4 to 6 Pacific p.m. We have brotherhood, we have scriptural breakdowns, we have history, and we also have Lakwadash, which is our Hebrew language. We also have radio shows. Monday morning, you can catch General Hazayam with Let a Hebrew Speak. That will be 7 to 9 Pacific times, a.m. And then we have Commander GEN.YAHANNA. He settled it down at nighttime with the most controversial show, the radio show, The Grill. And that's from 6 to 8 Pacific, 9 p.m. or 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. And then we have Thursday, Israelite Vibes. And you can catch that ISUPK.com, or you catch all them shows ISUPK.com. Or you can go to YouTube and look it up also under Israelite Vibes. And that's from 9 Pacific time to 12. If you got any questions, you can call 206-778-1859. Today, I'm going to get into why the black, the Native Indian, and the so-called Hispanics are the way we are, and what's happening to our people, why it's happening to our people. And if you think that you're not the chosen people and you're one of those nations, then you will see, after I break these scriptures down, why we're the way we are and how you know that we are the 12 tribes that the Bible speaks of. First, I'm going to get to Deuteronomy 27:1. Deuteronomy 27:1, because these things that's happening to us right now, the reason why it's happening to us right now is because we did not follow the laws and statutes and commandments that the Lord has set for us. We have not been following them. We have not been doing them. And so therefore, we are going through our punishment. So 27:1, and it reads, and Moses with the elders of the Israelite and Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. So that's just a breakdown of, we have commandments that we're supposed to follow. The blacks, the Native Indians, and the Hispanics, we're supposed to follow these set of commandments that was given to us from Moses, or from the Most High. Then he gave it down to Moses, and Moses gave it to us. We're supposed to follow these. And now I'm going to show you what happened when we do. So I'm going to go to 28:1. It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, if you listen. Hearken means listen. So if you listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. So above all nations, not equal with the white man, not equal with the Hispanic, or with the Salakia, not equal with the Asian man, not equal with anybody. We would have been set above all nations. This is if we listen and hearken diligently into these words. But you know we didn't. So now I'm going to go to 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So all these curses, that's what we're going through right now. We're going through all these curses because we did not hearken to the Most High commandments that Moses gave us. So now, 28 and 16. Curses shalt thou be in the city, and curses shalt thou be in the field. So you know in the fields, we were picking cotton. We were whipped. We were treated like cattle. We were, you know what happened when we was in the fields. It wasn't our fields, but we was working hard. And we built a land from our hard work, but we got nothing from it. So again, curses shall be in the city, and curses shall be in the fields. So that was a field work. We were beaten. We were picking cotton. We didn't get anything from any of that. We were slaves into that. But everybody know about a black man, Hispanic man, and a Native Indian man in the fields. And the Native Indian, they fields just got taken away. The white man came over here to North America and just took their land. So therefore, they fields was a little different because they didn't really get whipped and stuff, you know, like the blacks and the Hispanics. But at the same time, they fields got taken away. And in the city, you see how we're getting treated in the city. We can't go to our own stores. The city is not ours. We built this city, but the city is not ours. Any city we go to is not ours. We get ran out. We try to do something right, we get ran out. Or somebody that do something, they sell out and don't help his own people. But the city that we work in, that we do stuff in, it's not ours. We still we are slaves still in this city. We work, get nothing for it. Nothing. We get up, we do our work hard, we get nothing for it. So curses shall be in the city, and curses shall be thou in the field. So that's that breakdown right there for you. Now I'm going to go to 28 and 32. 28 and 32. Thou sons and thou daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fall and fail with longing for them all the day long. So, like I said, back in the day when we was in the field, our kids were getting sold, taken right from under us, just to make you work harder, just to make you suffer, just to make you know that we can't do nothing that the white man don't want us to do. That if we try, he'll take it away. We have kids, they'll take them away, sell them. And then you're stuck starting all over back to square one. And then you're already hurt, like you have nothing to fight. You have nothing, because they're taking everything from you. And that's another curse that we get, and that's sickening. And fill with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand. No might in thy hand. We say something, we try something, we're getting whipped. We try to run and get our son, or we try to run and get our daughter, We're getting whipped. And they might even kill your kid, or they might kill you for even trying to do something. So they took that might out of our hand. We tried, but trust me, there was nothing we can do, because there was 1,000 of them, and there was only 2, 3 of y'all. Because they knew how to separate us and break us down. They studied that. So now I'm going to go to 28, 48, and 50. So like your 28, and I'm going to start at 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst. In hunger and in thirst. We work our butts off and still get nothing. Our kids sometimes go hungry. Or we go hungry just to feed our kids. But we're working our butt off and we can barely scrape by. We're waiting for the first of the month to come. We're waiting for food stamps to come. Just so we can get something to eat. And drink. And in nakedness, we got to spend $1,000 just to get a pair of clothes. Just to put good clothes on your kid's back. Just to put good clothes on your back. We got to spend so much money just to get it. And if you don't, you spend the cheap stuff. You get the cheap stuff. It's wearing out in a few days, in a few weeks, and you got to go buy it again. And in want of all things, and we want these things. We want all this thing. We want all these things. We want food. We want water. But we got to bust our butts to get it. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. We are destroyed. We're selling dope. We're making our girls whores. We're chasing after white women. We're chasing after Asian women. We're not chasing our own women. That is destroying our race. We're belittling our own people just to fit in with the other people, the other nations. And that iron, that yoke of iron upon your neck, you know we was in chains. We came over here in chains. And right now we still have chains on us. Because we can't be rich unless we're an NBA player. And the NBA player, yeah, they sell their souls. They sell out. Or a rapper, you sell out because you got our women dancing on poles. You got our women just looking like whores. So we still got that yoke of iron upon our necks. I'm going to read 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. The white man. He came and got us on ships from afar. From the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle. And you know their sign, the bald eagle. So that's where we are right now. This is where we are right now. He came from afar. And he said, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar. The end of the earth, as swift as the eagle, fleet. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We didn't know English when we got brought over here. We were speaking Hebrew still. We didn't know English. We got brought over here in ships by the white man. A nation, this is 50, Salakia, 28 and 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shall favor to the young. They don't care about our old people, just like they don't care about our young people. They'll sit there and just let an old lady just be hurt, not give a damn. They'll sit there, shoot down our young man, just because they know that we can grow up and be stronger than them. They don't care about none of us at all. Like Trayvon Martin, they'll shoot him down. Tukey Williams, he was an old man. He was going to get out They put him on death row. He was writing books to change kids' lives, black kids' lives. And they said, go ahead, put him in the chair. Because if he get out and he starts speaking some truth stuff, kids will follow that. Kids won't be how they are. Kids won't be trying to be Bloods and Crips. So let's kill him right now and keep pushing his Crips and Blood thing. Just stuff like that. They don't care about our young, just like they don't care about our old. And we want to be friends with them. We want to love them. We want to be equal to them. We're supposed to be above them if we follow these laws and statutes and commandments. We have to follow these laws and statutes and commandments to get out of this. We can't love these people. We need to love ourselves and our nation first and only. Now I'm going to go to 28 and 64. 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the Salakia. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even to the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods. So Christianity, Mecca, Buddhism, I don't know how you say that. But all them nations, our people is trying to follow those because they think that this Bible is about Christianity, which this Bible is a lifestyle. It is not. It's not a. This is a lifestyle. This is not a religion. So you have to follow this like a lifestyle, not a religion. But people look at this Christian or this Bible thinking that it's a Christian Bible, thinking that it's a Jehovah's Witness Bible. This is not a religion. This is a lifestyle. But we following these other gods because we think that we think that the man in this Bible is a white man. We think that everything this Bible is talking about is about white people and white men. It is not. This Bible is about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And it is about us being above all nations. And it's about us coming together and controlling this world and showing them the laws and statutes and commandments so the world can be set right. Because right now the world is given to the hand of the wicked. The white man. And until we come and start doing these laws and statutes and commandments, we're going to be stuck under this white man. And it reads on. And these shall serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. So you got people, you got our people with the banging your head against that wood stone or that stone, or you got the cross and you just loving that cross. Jesus Christ and everybody else was killed on crosses. Christ was killed on the cross next to two other men. That's how they crucified people back in the day, was a cross. That is not the only way Christ died. So you're that cross symbol that you be trying to wear and that you be trying to worship, you're not worshiping Christ with that. That is nothing to worship. That is a crucifixion. That is how people died. Not just Christ. That is how people died. That's how they killed people back in those days. So you worshiping that cross, metal, stone, wood, whatever it is. You're worshiping the thing that you should not worship. And now I'm going to go to 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake, Salakia. Salakia. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. I'm going to read that again for you. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Again. So we were in Egypt. Egypt means bondage. So we were bonded up in Egypt, and now we're bondage up in America. That's why he said bring you to Egypt again. Because Egypt means bond. Or bondage, or chained up. With ships with ships. So you know we was brought here in ships. Like that's self-explanatory. You know we was brought here in ship. And you know that we was brought here in chains. So therefore, he's saying we're gonna be brought into Egypt again with ships. So we're gonna be brought into captivity again in ships. That is what that's saying. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man will buy your freedom. You're going to be sold, but ain't nobody going to buy you to free you. Ain't nobody going to buy you to help you out. They're going to buy you, and they're going to work you. They're going to use you. They're going to sell your family. They're going to belittle you. They're going to make you feel like you're nothing. All because we're not following these laws and statutes and commandments. Get into these laws and statutes and commandments, y'all. My Israelites, my Hebrews. We need to start following this Bible. Because without following this Bible, we're going to keep being stuck in the same thing. If you care about your life, you care about your brother's life, and you care about your sister's life, and your kid's life, start following these laws and statutes and commandments. So-called black man, native Indian man, and Hispanic man. Get into the ISUPK. Like I said, ISUPK.com, or call us at 206-778-1859. And with that, Shalom, Israel.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword with a